Anthony Ferraro, Dan Mancina. Two blind guys collide to bring you Four Bad Eyes Podcast.
Hey!
Welcome back, Four Bad Eyes. Dan Mancina, Anthony Ferraro. It's the 4th of July, I guess.
Yeah.
7th of July episode. 6th or 7th. We're,
I'll tell you what, I'm picking pork out of my teeth over here, Jerry.
well, you've been grilling?
Dude.
I'm picking dead skin off my back, dude.
Yeah.
Sunburnt.
Oh, were you wrinkled?
That wasn't too bad, actually. I had a decent base, but sun all day. I wasn't ready for it. I thought I was good. I don't like to get burnt. It's bad.
It finally hit me today that I'm like I was showering, and I've been at the beach the last couple of days, not even that long, but I don't wear sunscreen, Jerry. And I never have.
I do the first couple days of summer.
And now I'm like, I feel like I need to be safer now because it's like it could be worse than ever. Does that make sense? Like I've been saved this long.
Yeah, I've got this thought. I don't know if this is true, but I think it is. You know, I don't need sunscreen too much. First couple times, usually I'm good. But then once I'm tan, I don't think I need it. I feel like it's only when you get burnt that you're doing damage. Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sunscreen. Also,
do darker skin people get skin cancer as much as?
Oh, that's a good question.
People? Probably.
I think so. But my mom's had something like cut off. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Yeah, you gotta get checked.
And I was feeling like random pimples, but I was like, oh, these better be pimples, you know? And now, ever since France, I'm traumatized anytime I have anything on my body.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not okay. So, like lately, I've been having this problem. I've never had this in my life, and I think I'm about to like call the doctor tomorrow because I'm getting worse. But I have swollen lymph nodes in the armpits.
Ooh, the armpit's not good,
Yeah.
Jerry.
No, don't tell me that.
I don't know what that means.
I know.
What's going on?
You know, it's funny. Like, I've talked to other people. I've had that before. Then I talked to people who are 60, and they're like, never had that a day in my life. You should go to the
armpits.
Yeah.
I even felt like a swollen thing. I don't know what that is, Jerry. I get them in the neck a lot when I get just like
sick.
Just getting sick.
Yeah.
Or is it running my body too much?
I was reading something about it's like fight virus or infection.
Yeah, just something. You're fighting something for sure.
Yeah, but I don't feel sick.
You can go to in my throat sometimes. I'm not sick, but like probably right on the border. You know, your body's fighting something.
That could be it.
Long week of boozing.
No, not even.
I had a lot. Like week, man. Oh, I'm too old for it, dude.
I'm seeing everyone my age, and they're all like, "Dude, I'm so hungover from the week," and I'm like, "Dude, you guys are killing your bodies."
I know it's bad. It gets worse.
Oh God, so.
I did the math. I think I averaged like. Hang on, I'll tell you right. Hang on.
I had a half
What's
a beer.
72 divided by 5. It's like 43.
14.4.
14.4 beers a day I averaged.
Oh my goodness!
Not including the shots I did at the bar.
You went to the bar?
A couple days for like dinner. Go for dinner and get a drink.
What, Zuki Lake?
No, I was up north, northern Michigan.
Oh, from man's up north.
Man's up north, Allgray, Tawas area. Good times. It's a tradition we always go. Heather's family. Sleep in a hammock every day.
Did you do the beer Olympic?
We did, but it was kind of lame this year. And
what?
It was a mellower year this year.
Smellower?
Mellower. Just didn't do as much of the traditional stuff. Dude, we did it at the end of the day on the 4th, and it was just me and Clay, sister-in-law's husband.
Mm-hmm.
My brother-in-law, I guess.
Yeah.
End of the day. And so we've been drinking all day already, and then we smashed 6 beers in like an hour at the end of the day. It was a good time, dude. But Jerry, I can't keep this up.
How many more years of this do you think you have left, Jerry?
Not many, dude. I gotta mellow it out in the next couple of years.
Oh, marshmallow, dude.
Especially once I have another kid, it's gonna be real mellow.
Yeah.
You can't be hungover with it.
When? I like this terminology.
Yeah, one day, maybe we'll see.
You know, Kelly's been making me switch to self-talk too because I've been saying I have so much travel this summer, and I thought I was gonna be able to just be home and relax, but I
Mm-hmm.
have so much work that keeps coming up, like last minute stuff too, and I just want to be home. So people are like, "Oh, what's up? What are you up to?" I'm like, "Oh, I have to go here. I have to go here." She's like, "You should really say like I get to go here because you're like telling all these people, and they're just
Gotta go here.
yeah,
It's a
like
lot,
I
dude.
have
Traveling sucks.
yeah
Doing the things are fun, but the traveling.
yeah
Really
exactly.
sucks.
That's true. Exactly. That's very true. Travel sucks. I have to yeah, I was in Ohio and then LA and then San Diego for like 2.5 weeks. It felt like a month, but I think it was only like 11 days. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Oh,
put so much energy out. But I got to tell you about this grill job I did today. Cuz boy did I learn a lot, Jerry.
yeah. On the Traeger, what are you working with
Yeah,
today?
on the Traeger, and I got the old pork butt. I wanted to go something new, something I've never done. I want to do pulled pork with the pork butt. So I get a 6 pound bone in pork butt, right? I keep checking recipes, like what
Did
I
you say
do.
this is actually the shoulder or vice versa?
So I looked it up today again. A pork butt is a shoulder, but the difference between a pork butt and a pork shoulder is the pork shoulder is the lower part of the shoulder. The pork with like less fat, and the pork butt is the top part of the shoulder. It has more marbling.
Okay.
So
So maybe butt has a different meaning than what we think.
I know.
Does it just
I'm
mean
wondering.
fat? Because that's usually what a butt is mostly.
It is, right? Butt's all fat. No,
Not a
butt's
ju-
muscle.
not a juicy booty.
But there's muscle in the shoulder too. I don't know. But yes, it is the shoulder butt. Is it the butt of the shoulder?
The shoulder. Ah, yes. Just the
Yes,
so
it's
the
you got
hind
somewhere.
section
Yeah,
of the shoulder
yes,
itself. That
yes.
makes sense.
Okay, getting somewhere.
Hiney.
Did you just move closer to your mic?
No.
Oh, everything just got louder.
Hello, hello. I did not.
Not in a bad way either. So I put this in the. So I got the 6 pound bad boy, sucker. First of all, I got him like a couple weeks ago, right? And then this thing's been causing me problems the day I got it because I buy
Too
this.
big for the freezer?
No, dude, I not too big for the freezer, but I bought it with intent to cook it like the next day or 2 days later, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a couple weeks ago, and I ended up procrastinating time to travel for like 2 weeks. So I thought it might have already went bad, but it didn't. It's from a beautiful butcher. Like it's a beautiful piece of meat from a really good butcher. And Kelly put it in the
Hello.
freezer. Hello?
Really good butcher. Yep.
Yeah,
Broke up.
really good,
I
but
got you.
Kelly put it in the freezer and can you hear me? Okay. Kelly put it in the freezer and we took it out for the 4th, right? And you had to let this bad boy like defrost for like a whole day and a half basically
Yeah.
to thaw out. And so finally I go to a 4th of July party at my cousin's. This thing's still weighing over my head that I got to get this cooked because now it's defrosted, so I have no choice. Like it needs to get done. And I'm like nervous about it because I've never done this. And so we get home from the party at like 9 o'clock at night. I'm like tired. Or not sorry, like 10 o'clock. We watched the fireworks and I'm like about to go to bed, and Kelly's like, "What are you gonna do about this pork? You know, the butt." And I'm like, "This fucking piece of meat, dude. I swear to God, all I want to do is go to sleep right now." And I have to play a gig
Yeah.
that like next at 1 to 4. So I'm like trying to time it up. So I end up having to stay up. I stay up till like 1 a.m. I season this thing. I bring it downstairs outside. I season it, put the mustard, the seasoning, rub it down real good, slap her a couple times. I put it in the fridge like you supposed to overnight for a couple hours. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. because I got to cook the thing. It's going to cook for like 11 hours, Jerry. It says about 11 hours. I wake up 5, get it all smoked up, get it to temp 225, put the pork butt right on the thing, just slapped it right on the grates.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to bed. I gotta wake up in 3 hours because I gotta get apple juice now. Like I'm so
Yeah.
scared, dude. I'm like No, I can't get rest. I can't get in my REM.
Welcome to owning a barbecue joint, dude.
This is so stressful. I've learned.
He's a dude
Any
stuff.
chef, I have so much respect, dude. No, like, and then, so I wake up at 8:30. I keep hitting the snooze, keep hitting the snooze. I'm like, oh, I gotta get this fucking apple juice or it's gonna dry out all in my head, you
Yeah.
know. And so I walk down to the store, to the cafe, the only place in town I know has apple juice. And I go in there, it's freaking so crowded. It's like California in the, heat of the summer. And I get in there, I got my cane, I'm bumping into people. I bump into someone and they go, "You're good." And I'm like, what does that even mean when I bump into you and you tell me I'm good? Like, I didn't say sorry. You know what I mean? Then I finally get to the line. I know the fridge is right there that has usually they have the Red Jacket apple juice, which I love because it's really good. It's organic apple juice. All they end up having is honest, like, kids apple juice boxes.
Oh,
So I have to get like 3 of those, and then I get I go to get a cold brew. It's 8:45 in the morning. They're like, "Sorry, we're out of cold brew." I was like,
clean.
"Wow, I am just not having a good day,
4th of
dude."
July, dude.
I know. So I get a green tea. Been drinking green tea all damn day. And then I get back, things smoking, the bark is getting nice, it's forming nice. It's finally like I'm spraying it every hour. It's 11 o'clock now. It's been smoking for like 5 hours. And then the temp is at like 1. So at 12:30, the temperature was at 147, like the internal temperature of the
Shoulder, yeah.
shoulder, the butt.
Or
And it
butt.
needs to get to 195 in order for tenderness to pull, right? Because I want to make pulled pork. And dude, I've been working so hard on this thing. So I got to go to my gig now at 1 o'clock. I'm supposed to wrap it once it hits 160, but I can't hang around because I got to go to my gig. So I needed Kelly to drop me off. She helped me set up, and then she ran home and was going to wrap it. She said it only got to 152 when she wrapped it. I looked it up. It was fine.
Yeah.
And then I learned a very valuable cook lesson here because I get back from my gig at 4:30 in the heat of the day. I just played so hard. I've been salivating over this pork all day, Jerry. Like, I haven't eaten anything. I didn't even eat at the gig. I'm like, oh, it's got to be close to temp, close to 195. I get home after 4 hours. It went from 147 to 152. I was freaking out, dude. I was like, what's wrong with this? And like, I had to do all this research. Here's a lesson. Apparently, when you're slow cooking, like smoking meats, when it's a really long cook, when it hits about like 150 to 160, there's a thing called a stall period. And it's like, it basically just doesn't rise in temperature because it's losing moisture. It's like a cooling effect.
Okay, yeah.
And it was really interesting to read up on this, and I'm really annoyed I didn't learn about this before, but that's the cool part about doing all this, It's just like you learn all these things as you go. And it could take hours to like get back up. So I looked up a couple things and like I was like, well shit, like my sister and my brother-in-law, they're depending and they're like, my parents were going to eat dinner over there, so everyone's depending on me to get dinner. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have dinner around like 6:30,
Yeah.
Like for sure it's gonna be ready. And I keep, waiting it out. I go over to my mom's for a little bit, and then I go back to my house and I'm like, oh, maybe it's ready. I raised the temp to like 300 and it got to like 170. And I'm like, oh, it's finally like cooking, it's gonna hit 195. 45 minutes later, it's at like 175. And I'm just like, dude, it's already 7:15. I got it up to 182. And my sister calls me. She's like, everyone's calling me like off the hook. They're like, dude, when's dinner gonna be ready? We're all over here. We made all the sides. Like, they already made some other food because they didn't want to wait. And I was like, dude, I'm stressed out. I just want to finish this. Like, I want to see it through because I started at like 1 a.m. basically last night, and then the 5 and 8, and it's like I felt so proud of myself that I was doing this and figuring all this stuff out and learning as I went. And it's like 7:40 now, and they're like, dude, you got to take it off. We don't care. Like everything I'm reading is like it won't pull if it's not at 195. But
Yeah.
I was just like so overwhelmed, and then I'm like, I feel the stress of chefs when they gotta feed people, dude, because it's like, and then I'm trying to bump it up to 350 now, and I'm trying to rush cook it, and it's,
Yeah.
dude, I got it to 182, and I had to pull it off. So defeated. There were so many feelings that oh, I just wanted to fucking see this through. I worked so hard, blah blah blah, but like people need to eat, and like they're like, we don't care, and I'm like. So I'm just like, I gotta like release all of this and let go and bring it over. And in my head, I'm just like, oh, this is ruined. It's not gonna be good. And then I bring it over, unwrap it, phenomenal.
Pulls right off.
It didn't pull. If you went to 195, I see the big difference because it was tougher on the inside,
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bark was incredible, which is like the crusty part on the top. Like, dude, that piece of pork for 11 like it cooked for 13 and a half hours, and it still needed like another hour. So, and then I read all this stuff. It's like, yeah, you should plan like 4 extra hours. You guys are like novice, like blah blah blah, and like people like basically talking shit online.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like a novice.
Well, now you know, though.
But sorry for the long way around.
Now you know, dude.
Big build up, but it was, yeah. Now I know. I learned a lot, dude. It just was my 4th of July fail, but it wasn't a fail. But to me, it's a fail, because I didn't wait that extra hour.
Nope.
Not a fan.
Pulled pork, nope.
Really?
Sausage and bacon. It's the only
Sausage
pig I eat, dude.
Fire. You ever have smoked sausages?
So, yeah.
You don't like smoked?
Like smoked deer venison and stuff. But dude, yeah, the Traeger though. Now you know. Next time you gotta have 15 hours in prep. You gotta wake up
15
at
hours.
1 at
No,
1
for
a.m.
one
dude.
piece of meat. You know what I realized? You got to put like 4 of those bad boys on if you're gonna do that. So you have you could feed the world.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of work for like 1.5 meals.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of the fam though.
Yeah, I fed my sister, brother-in-law, and my dad ate some too.
Yeah.
My
Dude,
dad
I
was
got this for my birthday. I got this. You ever seen this thing? It's like a cylinder of like mesh aluminum, and the end opens, so you can put like vegetables in there, and then you close
No.
latch it down, and you just put that boy right on the grill.
What?
It's like so you can do like
So does it like
vegetables all in
steam
there.
it kind of?
Yeah, not too steamy, but yes.
Like, are you supposed to get the veggies wet a little or no?
No, I don't think so. No, you just put some oil and stuff on them.
Damn, it's in a mesh metal thing.
It's like a mesh cylinder.
What does it do? Like,
it comes like a Russian nest doll. There's like a couple of them inside that gets smaller ones and bigger ones. So you just, instead of putting the stuff right on the grill, like vegetables where they're gonna fall all through.
Right.
They just go right in this.
Oh, so you can put things like garlic and stuff.
Yeah,
and
all kinds of whatever you want in there.
Oh, that's cool. Because I'm thinking like onions and peppers. I'm like, I like those on the grill, kind of.
Yeah, then you can just roll it around so it's still getting the grill action.
Damn, that's nice. So it's getting the heat from the grill too, but not the.
I thought it was pretty cool, dude.
That is cool. Is it just
find
rolling around though, or will it stay still?
No, it stays. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
And does it take up most of the grill? That's my other question.
No, it's cylinder, so it takes up,
just like the back part or wherever you put it.
Well, there's different size ones. There's one that's like the size of a whipped cream spray can. Then there's one that's like maybe the size of a wine bottle without like the top stalk on it.
Oh, wow.
Like a bigger one.
Yeah. Damn, that's actually really cool.
You gotta get that one. I gotta make a video on that one.
Things they come out with. Wait,
Yeah,
so speaking of the birthday, how was it?
The birthday with extravaganza was a blast.
Did Green Day show up?
Who?
Or All American Rejects?
No, dude. Ghosted me. Maybe next year. No band, dude. I wanted to have the band. I did no band.
Did you have the party speaker?
We had
Party box?
catered. And, or not catered, but we picked up food that was prepped, all the classic graduation foods, the fried chicken, masticholi mac and cheese, big old salad.
How is the
so
fried
many leftovers. Fried chicken was phenomenal.
bone in?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
It's like breast thighs and wings and all that.
baby. I would have eaten 20
Very
drums.
breaded. I broke my no gluten for the first time.
Because of the
Cheated
breading?
on my birthday, and then cheated this week as well, then for July. Which is fantastic.
This was that.
It was really
Did your body react to it?
Not really. Not too bad. So I don't have any
Gluten problems.
yeah, I'm not a celiac,
Ciliacin.
I mean, just eating bread though. Oh my god.
Celiac.
I mean, I had a couple hamburgers, hot dogs with just the shitty
buns.
American bun, dude.
Oh,
so good. I had a bagel sandwich.
Pickles?
Phenomenal.
Nah, dude.
A
You need
bagel, dude.
Jersey bagels, dude.
And yeah, but the birthday party, dude. Blast.
Yeah, was
Stayed
it
all day? Stayed for like 5-6 hours straight during the day.
Ooh, really? Just no
90-degree
breaks?
heat, full humidity,
Oof.
sweating it out.
It
Chugging.
was a heat wave, Jerry.
It hasn't stopped. It's still thick
Yeah,
and heavy here.
Same here.
Today it rained like 2 times, like a thunderstorm just comes through.
So was it just
and then
was it a huge? Sorry,
not a cloud in the sky?
was it a huge skate jam? Like, was everyone skating?
They're just the homies.
That's sick.
It's me, Steve, Mike, buddy named Dustin.
Did you go on the boat?
Some people went out while we were skating. It was really windy though. They got blown around, stranded out there. Had to paddle in. It was a mess.
Oh no!
They got back. I was waiting to start drinking because I don't like to drink and skate.
Yeah.
So then I think I stopped skating at like 6-7 o'clock at night.
Damn.
Finally got some food.
Were you like fried?
No, it was good.
It just amped
I was
up.
drinking water with the element in it.
Nice.
I was doing it right because I knew it was gonna be a long night. And then just started putting them back.
You probably averaged. I know you averaged 17 or 14.4, but I think you took 38 down for the 38th.
Turned on the speaker box, the Party Box 1000, dude. JBL.
Thing is serious.
Shout out, the best microphone, karaoke, dude.
No,
garage doors wide open. Started karaokeing, and I was looking at videos the next day. Garage doors open, full volume. This is the Party Box. This thing bumps, dude. It's loud. The speaker's like 4 feet tall.
I know, dude. That thing is huge.
Bass.
It's bigger than my daughter.
Looked at videos. It was like, I think the garage doors were open until like 12:30 at night. And
how loud was it?
Singing every song you can think of, dude. From Shaggy to Elvis to Bush to to Rage Against the Machines, dude. Everything. Finally closed the doors probably right around there, and then sang till like 3 until.
Damn. Oh, it's a proper birthday party.
Great time, dude.
Smart move getting a cater too. So it's just like no work. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had like the chafing dishes, with the little
chafing dish. I'd show you chafing.
It's like the pan you put in, then you put the sterno, the heat underneath it. This keeps it warm. So we had that inside.
I walked around with a wet bathing suit for a while the other day and got chafing between the legs, dude. It was.
You gotta try.
I haven't gotten that since I was like in 7th grade, dude. My little chubby me.
Oh, dude, it hurt.
It was bad, dude. It hurt so. I couldn't walk for a minute. I had to put my daughter's like tallow cream on my.
Yeah, you gotta put a little. Yeah, Neosporin at night works good.
Oh my gosh, it was brutal. I was using baby powder, dude. It was bad.
Welcome to fat life, dude. Here we go.
Oh my god, dude.
Level.
Don't people chafing their like under their arms and stuff too, right?
Yeah, you can get that. And when you start running, if you start running a lot outside, you'll get the nipples chafed from the shirt.
Oh, I've gotten that. I got them from the wax on the surfboard, Jerry.
Oh, that's super bad.
I've ripped the nipple, dude.
When you get in the shower, it just starts burning.
Off. Oh. Yeah, you're peeling wax off your nipple hair.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, brutal.
So I went for my birthday. That was June 21st.
Yeah.
Hung out with my kid another week. He went home on the 26th, and we went up north like the 29th or something like that.
Through the so that's where you were getting back from the other night when you were like just got home.
Yeah, we just got home yesterday.
You're probably beat.
Fried.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
another 5 days of just beach every day. We did the mighty El Sabo River canoe. That was, which I don't think I told the story last. I think I did.
Saba de Booba
If
Baba?
not, though, dude.
No, I don't know anything
There's
about
this
it.
place. It's in Oscoda. It's just a canoe rental place. Up there, middle, just northern Michigan, random city.
Like an Italian town. Escolta.
No, it's Native American, Oscoda. And we we go. I'm in line. This is last year, and I remembered this. And there's a lady in front of me, and
Wait, sorry, you're in line for canoe
for
rental?
the canoe, this random place
Okay.
in freaking northern Michigan.
Yep.
And they're like, "What's your name?" She's like, "Danielle Mancina." And my head snaps to Heather, like, "Did you hear that?" She's like, "Yeah."
Wait, a girl?
Her name was Danielle Mancina, and she was in front of me.
Oh my
No
God.
connection. Anything.
No way.
I'm like, what the? It's trippy kind of, dude. I was like, whoa.
That's
I
so
didn't say anything. Like, she
that's
laughed,
you
and I
if
was
you're
just
a
like,
girl.
whoa, that's bizarre. And
Dude,
I go
that
up, what's your
should have
name?
been you.
Daniel Mancina. He must have thought we were related, but
No, why would there be a Daniel and a Danielle though?
insane. Yeah, the
That's
Danielle is
literally
just another layer of just.
you mad that could have
bizarre.
been you born as a girl.
That maybe it was, dude. So funny. But yeah, how weird is that one?
That's so strange. Like of all the people in all the
And
world.
most of the Mancina, they're all Mancini.
Oh, did they get changed at Ellis Island?
I don't know, because that's the first time I've heard somebody say Mancina.
Yeah, well, I was supposed
That
to be
was
Ferrari.
tripping out. Ferrari. Change that I to an O, dude. But dude, yeah, I'm beat. By day 5, I woke up. We went home Saturday morning. I woke up Saturday. We're out on waters. And I would normally start my day off. I would drink.
Wait, this is day after you get home or day after birthday?
This is the last day of up north. So after 5 days of just having a good time. And I would normally
no
wake up,
water left.
I would normally wake up and drink a minimum of 4 bottles of water. And probably drink 5 or 6 throughout the day, just stay hydrated.
No, you drink a lot of water. You always have
water, and so I just I fall out of my hammock, and I'm just scrounging through coolers. I'm looking under logs, nothing. I find like an iced tea or something in there. I just slam that, dude.
Yeah, I would take anything, but then that makes it like thicker in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like,
it's not good. It doesn't quench the thirst.
Then packed everything up, God. But dude, sleeping in the hammock, man. I said it before. I'll say it again. It is like, it's like being in the womb again, dude.
Oh, sleeping in the hammock is life changing. With the thing wrapped around you, do you have the like? It's like the hammock and it like covers you too.
Well, I have a bug net around me, but I
Oh,
put it's a double hammock, so it's got space in there. And I lay a sleeping bag down, and I have a little pillow that was from I think you guys brought it. It's either Delta or like Southwest or whatever.
Yeah.
Those tiny airplane pillows? It's perfect. So that fits right in there. And
it's like a Tempur-Pedic one, right?
Yeah, a little tiny foam guy. It's like perfect.
Square one. That is.
So I get in there on top of my bag. So if I need the bag, if it gets chilly at night, I can just wrap it over my shoulders, and I'm perfect. But most of the time, I got like an ankle dangling off the side. I got my waters that I chug one in the middle of the night when I wake up, and I got 2 more for the morning, and I got my pee bottle that sits.
I was just gonna ask, what do you do when you don't want to get up to pee?
The big mouth, Gatorade or whatever you can get, and I got just the science to getting on one side, peeing in that thing. You just go inside of the bug net, dump it, boom, right back to sleep. And I'm bringing snacks in there when I lay down.
Dude, sleep. This is what's nice about being short. I just cocoon up, dude. I like ball up in a hammock, and I am, like you said, it's like being in the womb again.
The lower back felt so much better than my bed. I bought a new bed, and it sucks.
Does it really?
I think I'm gonna.
Well, you got it from Costco, didn't you?
I'm gonna return it,
dude. Yeah, you got to do the good old Costco.
I don't know. It's like one of those name brand foam freaking in a box things. It's supposed to be a
Did
good one.
What, like a Casper?
No, the Casper was cheaper. I bought the more expensive. It was a
Really? The purple?
Nova.
A Nova.
I don't know, man. That might be the model name.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. But it
Yeah.
just kind of sucks. Well, I got it because Heather's sister has I bought the exact one that Heather's sister has because I've been in that bed and I like that bed a lot. So I'm getting that one, and it's just not the same. It's like a newer model.
What if it's just not broken in? Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but it's just not, I don't know, dude. Like, I've bought plenty of mattresses that are comfortable day one.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Mine was comfy day one.
I think I'm going to return it and get the Casper
You
because it's
get
a little
the
too
out?
firm.
The Casper is really nice. I visited my cousin in California, and she has one in the guest room, and it is. I slept so good. It was like the best bed of the trip.
The bed I want is the hotel collection, Jerry.
What is that?
Talk to you about this?
No.
They're about $14,000.
What? That should be illegal.
Jerry, I slept on
What's
one
it
of these.
made out of? Unicorn fur?
Best sleep I ever had. A random hotel in Boston this must have been 8-10 years ago. Never forget that bed.
What trip?
And I looked at it, and it's a hotel collection. I never forgot it.
Are you kidding me?
And I looked into it. I think I probably looked into it the first time when I moved to my first house.
Dude, they probably got that bed for $50.
Jerry, I looked. There was a flash sale. It was like down to $7,000.
You don't believe in broken?
$7,000. I was still like,
that was broken in more than any bed you've ever slept in your life.
It's a high class hotel, dude.
Was it? What trip was it? Was it with the fam?
This is just a friend's trip. I went out for St. Patty's Day in Boston.
Expensive hotel?
Yeah, not crazy, but it was like a bougie boutique one.
Okay.
But if you look at any nice hotel with a nice bed, look at it. It's Hotel Collective. That's what they are. Those really nice mattresses in hotels.
My father-in-law swears by Marriott hotels beds. He said he'll always stay at Marriott because they have the standard of a good bed.
Probably a Hotel Collective, Jerry.
I'm wondering.
I need you to reach. I reached out, no response. I need you to reach out for me, dude.
Reach out to Hotel Collective,
dude.
$14,000.
It was on sale for like $7,500. The one I still couldn't do. I was like, I can't.
That's insane. Does it have any features? Like, what are the features?
It's
like,
just the best night of sleep you've ever had in your life.
Hug you? Does it give you a warm hug?
No, you lay on it, and it's like, it just holds you, dude.
Here's the thing: do you like firm or do you like bouncy? Like, you know what I mean?
I like a little softness.
I like a little sink, but not too much.
I don't like
because
firm.
that hurts my back. That's what hurts my back when you like.
Yeah.
You ever get in a bed that's like it's like bent in the middle,
but too
like,
soft, like you said, can do that too, where you're sinking in too much in areas, and it's like the same thing as being firm almost.
Exactly.
Where your body's just getting.
You need a hybrid. I got a hybrid.
The bed before the last one, you mean it was like it has springs with a pillow top?
Yes, that's the one I have.
That's what I had last time.
It's so nice because you don't need a box spring or anything.
Yeah, they wear out, but it's. I mean,
this has like
out, dude.
I think this has like a 25-year warranty.
Yeah,
I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, usually like 5 or 10. Yeah,
the avocado.
Hotel Collective, dude. Oh, one day,
dude. I remember watching Cribs as a kid, and Shaq looked like he had the most comfy bed in the world, dude.
Probably Hotel
like it was
Collective,
like
custom made.
Shut the hell up, dude. I think it was like an Alaskan king or something.
Yeah, I looked at those. There's some companies that do
the Utah,
a Montana king or something.
Montana, that's it. Yeah, that one. I want that. I want a bed I can like do front flips.
But then you got to get all custom sheets too.
Yeah, that's true. But you just get them from the company.
Those are probably like a G2.
Dude, sheets are expensive. I bought sheets and they were like $300 when I moved into my place.
You gotta wait for the.
And I saw sheets for like $800. I was like,
you gotta wait for the Macy's white glove sale twice a year, dude. And you get those expensive ones for like $80.
Yeah,
like a $300 sheet.
That's true. That my sister's gotten me really nice like linen ones from, I think like Marshalls or one of those like TJ Maxx. And it was like $80, but they were like really nice sheets.
Oh, that's what I spent a lot of money. Hotel Collective also makes pillows, Jerry.
Did you get any?
And I bought 2.
How much were they?
They were on crazy sale. Guess how much
Crazy
per
stuff.
pillow?
200.
Lower. It was
150.
150.
If on sale, what, 50% off?
158. Yeah, they're normally like 360 or something.
Holy
150 for a pillow.
Is it a nice pillow?
Oh, it's the best pillow. It's like the real down, not just like barely filled any down, filled with down. It's a beautiful pillow, Jerry. I'm telling you, this brand is like, they got it down, dude.
I gotta look into this
No
brand.
pun intended.
I
You got to look at the mattresses. They're in. I mean, I think 15 is like an
I
average.
thought
It
Sleep
goes up
Number
even
was
more.
the big shebang.
Nah, dude, that's like freaking marketing, dude.
Oh.
Same crap. You can adjust it to whatever, you know.
Dude, well, speaking of beds, I went and did a camp in Ohio, like a
Were
blind
you
camp.
on the plastic?
I was on the
cot?
plastic little thing. Dude, that should
Plastic
be.
pad on a cot. Yeah.
I started going down this rabbit hole, like laying in that at like 3:30 in the morning, not being able to sleep, just tossing and turning to the
Yeah.
squeak. And with like the freaking air conditioning, the window unit
Window
going,
unit.
like hoping it cools the room. Yeah. And it goes off, then you're freezing, and then it turns off and you're hot, and you're like,
You
dude.
hear it like dripping.
And I'm like, this is what kids in college have to endure. Like they have to sleep in these beds. That's
no,
messed up.
college is a little. They,
No, this was a college campus.
really
Yes, this
For
was
what?
Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio, baby.
Yeah, it's where Ben Roethlisberger went.
Yeah.
So I was there in the dorms. I had to sleep in the dorms like a peasant.
They must have
And
had some cheap because I think usually you bring your stuff even when you go in dorms. No?
I don't think you bring a mattress. Usually, I remember you bring like a pillow topper, or like a mattress pad and a
maybe.
pillow. You know, like nice
For the
sheets.
dorms, yeah.
Yeah, the dorms suck, dude. I remember that bed sucking.
Yeah, it's a young man's game, dude.
Yeah, it really is. That's crazy. So I spent 3 nights in that bed, but I was so sore about it. And it was me, Kelly, the baby, and Delta, and like they gave us a triple, so it had 3 of those single beds like in a row. So we were all in different beds. Like Delta was in one, they were in one. And so I'm playing with the kids. There's 26 campers, right? And I'm doing like judo and music and like speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just like brought my skateboard because I had to put it together anyway. So I showed them that.
Yeah.
And it was like 95 degrees, so we weren't even allowed to like go outside and do stuff really. So
they put a heat lockdown or whatever.
Yeah, so I went to Goalball though, Jerry. And I gotta say, I'm too competitive, man. I just get in this mode where I gotta go. You know what I mean? And I started playing with these campers. So the first game I really held back, right? And like, dude, when I play goal, for those of you that don't know, goalball is a sport for the blind, but anybody can play because you're blindfolded. But it was made from the veterans after World War II when they came home after like, if they were blind and stuff and wanted to be active. They came up with the sport goalball, which it's basically like a basketball court, this like length and width, and there's tape around the borders and in your like zones, and there's like a center on each side. There's 3 players, and there's a center, a left wing, and a right wing. And you're blindfolded. You have knee pads and elbow pads, and there's
slightly padded floor, right?
no padding on the floor,
No
just
pad?
tape down with rope underneath the tape so you can feel where you are.
Yeah.
And there's a ball with bells, like a really heavy ball. It doesn't bounce much.
Yeah, it's got a real
How would you describe it? Thick, yeah, like a
man.
rubber.
Like you throw it down to bounce it, it might come up like half an inch.
Yeah, you roll it across. So the goal is there's a net behind each, team, and you roll the ball, and each team member has to like block it. And there's a lot of communicating and stuff. And you basically, to block the ball, you have to go like dive onto your side and act as like a barrier with your legs and arms and torso. So I go real easy the first game, right? But I'm like a player, dude. I learned a lot in goalball. Like I'm barefoot, so I'm feeling the rope with my feet. I'm running around. Like I'm not just staying in my position. I'm running all over the court. You can't cross over the half court line. That's the only thing. And I'm running back and forth, saving all the, balls, letting only a couple go. And then I leave my team, they're winning by like 1, right? And then I get out for a 7-minute period and just like hang out. And they get down by 14 points, Jerry.
Jeez.
14. They're losing by 14. So I go back in. I'm like, I got to hold my team on my back, dude. And like, I went left wing, just chilling last game. Dude, I'm like, boys, I'm taking center, all right? I'm sorry. And these are kids that are like 13 to like 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I just start like running out to the midcourt line, hucking the ball from there, like going so hard. Goal, like going back to the center, running back. I am sweating bullets, dude. Like I'm out of breath. And to the point there's like, so I scored like 10 points. And then there's like 2 minutes left. I scored like another 3 points. And they scored a couple. So now we're down by like 3. And I'm inching up. And like I start going and going. And I'm scoring another point. And I am running all over the court. Everyone's just letting me have it. They're like, take it, just score for us.
Going nuts every time you score,
Everyone's
too.
going nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like the lady that was running it, she came up to me. So I'm going. Finally, there's like, dude, I'm down by 2 points. There's 30 seconds left. I get the ball. I run. I throw it so hard. I get a goal. I'm waiting for them to throw it back so I can get it. They hold it for a second. They throw it. There's 8 seconds left. They throw it. It's coming across. I get the ball, and I'm about to throw it. Time! And I was like, no! And we lost by 1 point, but I scored 14 points in that 7 minutes. And the lady running it came up to me after. She's like, that was some of the most beautiful goal ball I've ever seen. And I was like, yes! Yes, Jerry!
You goddamn right it was.
Oh, dude, I put my team on my back right there, but I let us down.
Wow, that's the most beautiful.
Dude, I want to go out for the para team. I'm like
dude,
amped up. I was doing spin shots where you like spin around and then so you get extra momentum and it goes hard. Oh, it was so fun. And then the counselors got so amped up. They were like, we're going to stay back and clean up, but we're actually going to play a game. So will you stay? And like I went toe to toe with Big Nick, dude. We went at it.
Counselors?
Big Nick were the both centers, and he was hucking them so hard. I took one of them. I took one of the gut, dude. I was like, it hit me in the guts, and like and sent it back. We're throwing it so hard that we're yelling when we throw it. We're like like throwing it,
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Who won that game, dude?
Nick beat me, dude. I lost too. Dude. You don't understand. After the last game, I was laying on the ground, clutching my chest because I couldn't like breathe. I was dying, like slipping on my sweat. Oh, it was intense. And it was the last night before I left, and I beat my body up, dude. I had no elbow pads, and my elbows were shredded. Yeah, it was bad. I didn't realize like the adrenaline must have made me numb because I wouldn't have done that if I felt it, but they were I still have little shredded like pieces.
Is it on a basketball court?
Yes, it is.
Wood floor.
Yeah, wood floor.
Yeah, that stuff will rip your skin off, dude.
Oh my God, dude. That like lacquer too on it,
Yeah, grips.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I was like, I wouldn't even get on my knees to like get in position. I would be crouching tiger, like just ready to pounce.
I think I'm
so
too scared to get
scared.
blasted by that thing.
Dude.
They throw.
Well, that's the thing.
What,
Once
do you just turn backwards and just take it?
No, you have to take it in the front.
I ain't getting hit in the face and no fucking.
Well, that's the thing. You have to use your arms in front of your face to protect your face.
Block. Okay, that
Yes,
makes sense.
yeah. And you wear wrist guards once you get in like the big leagues. And you're wearing like when you're in the big leagues, you're wearing hip pads and a chest pad, I think. And dude, so like I was going against the younger kids and like, the biggest kid was throwing heat, but not like heat.
Yeah.
When I went, Nick is like a power lifter, like big dude. Like I think he's like 270 or something, like, in shape. And he's getting up, hucking these kids. Like I would have time to hear for the bell,
Yeah.
When Nick threw, I would hear the ball and it would be in the goal. And I'd be like, whoo. And I would be like, dude, 3 different times I'd be diving for it and went between like under my armpit before my body could hit the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was like, I was scared a couple times. It was exhilarating though. And I also did ice skating.
No cup, dude?
No cup. Well, you're supposed to wear a cup.
Yeah, that would get. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even think. Thank God I didn't get nailed.
Yeah, that
nuts. That would.
That little ice rink. Oh, because they probably have the team hockey
So
team.
yeah, they had the whole facilities there, so they can they use a lot of
Dang,
this
that's
stuff.
cool.
Never been like I remember ice skating when I was like 5, dude, but I don't like remember it. You know,
Huh?
like I remember being on the ice, like being around the ice, but not so much on the ice.
Were you Bambi legs out there or what?
Dude, I went out there and I was. Have you been ice skating? You're probably good at ice skating,
Yeah, I
right?
grew up skating. Yeah, not
Dude, you
skating,
know
but
me.
water skating.
I'm gonna freaking do so good at this. They had the little like things you could like hold on to and crouch. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So what they did. This is all blind kids, vision ranging from like no light perception to like 20 over 50. You know, like pretty good, like really good sight. There's like 26 of them, dude. All these kids get skates and they just let them loose all at once in this giant rink, dude. And
Oh
there's this
my
one
god.
kid, Mamoon, and he is just full blast sending it, no light perception, just sending it with the crouchy things, just
Yeah.
blasting through people. And we started like doing this thing where we would just deck each other into the boards, dude. But I went out there and I was like, I got this, dude. I was so wobbly and thought I was gonna die. I did not have it, and I had to grab one of those things.
Yeah,
I
you used
grabbed it.
to.
I
Yeah.
started going as fast as possible and ran right into the wall. And then I was like, all right, I need to like chill and try and figure this out, you know, and started doing it like one at a time and learning. And then, dude, by the end of it, I was cruising, and it was the coolest feeling cruising around the ice on those skates, dude. It's like, you're just gliding. And I was doing the thing where you put the one leg behind you like up in the air and you're like forward, you know, like the the figure skating stuff.
Oh yeah, you're reaching one arm all the way out.
And I did the thing where you spin like on one skate.
Yeah, on the tip.
Yeah, I was doing 180. I was going in. I was having so much fun. I didn't realize ice skating is that fun. But like having the rink to yourself with like a group is the move. It was such a I had this cheesy smile on my face you could not wipe off.
Ice skating's nice, dude.
And
Yeah,
they had
it's nice and cool in there too.
it's so cool. And I had a sweatshirt on. I got hot. I took it off. And it's just so nice. Then I ate shit on the ice, and it was like not.
Yeah, it's like falling skating, dude.
This one counselor went, and she slipped and hit her head, dude,
Ooh,
and she totally got a concussion.
yeah, it's
Like the
sketch.
next day, she came out. She's like, "I am definitely concussed." It's like that's not good.
Was it boys and girls?
Yeah. So you start to see how like they flirt. It's
I know.
really
How was that, dude?
that was so funny. There's like
Did they catch the blind kids trying to make their way to the?
they all are like I think they
Go
like
away.
text, you know, and they get so they don't have a phone all day, and then they have tech time for an hour, and they probably try and like get a hold of each other. You see like the ones that gravitate towards each other, like trying to hold their arm, like you know, and like help them out, extra nice. And I remember, dude, when I went to blind camp, you didn't grow up blind, so when I went to blind camp, we had like there was at the end of camp there was the dance, and you would try and find a date, dude. You would try and like whoever you were crushing on that camp, you know, like
Was
2
it
weeks.
pretty separated? Those who had vision to those who had no vision.
No,
No
that's
separation?
interesting. No,
That's
it
good.
wasn't, and it's cool to see how the kids talk, you know.
Because I visited a couple camps, and I feel like the one was like the kids who had a little bit of vision were like,
Oh, I know what you're saying. I in some because I noticed that sometimes too because some no light perception like blind kids could be like extra like they weren't like
inverted.
yeah they weren't told about like social cues too or like
Yeah, I think
social
that's
like
probably it.
skills and it's really sad because you see a lot of blind people lack these like just
Yeah.
soft social skills I think they're called of like you know don't like dig at your eyes don't rock back and forth like aggressively and stuff like that too you know
Yeah.
and like do like all the weird like I guess they call them blindisms like that stuff was like
Mhm.
in a good way I don't mean this as a negative it was like shamed out of me when I was like younger like basically being told it's a sighted world like don't do that weird stuff like sure do it when you're alone but it was just cool and like I was at the I got it. I'm gonna shut up because I'm hogging over here. What do you got?
No, give me L.A.
Well,
dude.
At the LA was sick, dude. It was real like so I had no idea what to expect. It was called the Braille Challenge. and it's the Braille Challenge like finals. It's like 3 days of events and awards and dinners and stuff. So fly in. I think if anything happened in the travel, I had to do a 6 a.m. flight there from Ohio, so I had to like leave there at 3, get there for. It was a nightmare, and get on the plane exhausted. Get to L.A. Nice hotel, Jerry. They put us up where the event was, and on the like 10th out of
This is in
11th
San
floor.
Diego.
This is in L.A., so it's on
Is this
USC
through the
campus.
Braille Institute?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
they actually brought you up.
I didn't.
You did a thing there.
Adidas event was with them.
Yes,
In LA.
they said it was awesome. I said you need to do another one, and they were like down. They
I
were like,
still
we
have
should
my
reach out
Braille
to them.
water bottle that they gave me.
Oh, that's sick. So, you knew Danny Olvera? Do you remember him?
No, I talked to a lady.
Rachel
I just remember a
Antoine,
lady.
probably.
I don't remember her name.
It might have been Rachel.
Ran
'cause
into a
she-
lady in Detroit, Delta Sky Club. She's like, "Oh, I met you at the Braille Institute." I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's crazy.
I can't even remember why she was there, but yeah.
Yeah, the Braille Institute, great organization. I don't know what you have to say about them, but I
It was
really,
great.
they're
They were
amazing. Yeah,
fantastic, yeah.
great to work with and like seamless, whole thing. So I have to do, this is the kicker though. The whole time leading up to this for like 4 months, I feel like I had a conversation and two things: contract to do like a 30 to 40-minute speech, right?
Mhm.
Like of my, life story or whatever, and molding into like Braille literacy, all that stuff. And so that's what I had planned. So piece of cake, easy. A week before I fly out so I'm getting ready to fly out to Ohio, and then I get an email from them, and they're like, "Hey, just want to make sure you're all good for next week. We're all excited. Will you send a copy of your speech? You have a 5 to 8 minute slot for your speech." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what?" Like I had no idea, and I had to call her. I was like, first of all, I don't ever give people a copy of my speech. I don't, I usually just write down points and then I'll go from that. And like basically just told her my speech, like a outline of it, whatever. It all worked out. So then a day before, or like 3 days before I'm about to go out there, she calls me. She's like, "Hey, I saw you're coming the 26th. Like, can you come the 25th?" And I'm supposed to speak on the 29th. And she's like, "You come the 25th because we're having this dinner." And I'm like, "No, I really can't go." And I felt really bad. Like I had
You're
to do.
already in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to work. I was like, I felt really bad, but I was like, I'm only supposed to be there for the keynote, but I'm already doing these extra days too. So whatever. I go out there. Awesome event. I go into the welcome reception. I'm like nervous, dude. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know anything about this institute or the challenge. And it is just the most incredible thing, dude. Pizza party. Everyone's the welcome reception. All the people are there. This lady gets on the microphone and starts describing the entire room, like all the decorations they put up and stuff, and like where things were front to back. And it was really cool because, like, as a blind person, you could visualize everything that's going on there, and it made it kind of more interesting. Here's the kicker: a table, right? They have this one table with all these pictures. They got every person working the event and every kid, that all the finalists, faces done by a professional caricature artists, and then had them like done so they were all professionally tactile. So like you could feel every detail from the
Wow,
picture of
yeah.
each person's face.
Yeah.
So like if you want to know what someone looked like or something too, like it was so cool. And then you could take them home. So that was really cool. And then I had I wake up the
Did
next
you get
morning.
that done?
No, they had them all made for everybody there already.
Oh, they already made it.
Yeah. So it was like a gift. It was really cool. And then the next morning, I really wanted to hear this challenge. So Braille challenge, do you know what it is? It's basically like
Heard
the
a lot
Olympics
of them,
for
but
Braille.
yeah.
There's 3 things they're tested on. It's all about Braille literacy. It's students. There's like 4 different age groups, and there's speed and accuracy, which is typing on the Braille Perkins, like the old school Braille writer. What you're doing is you're hearing a story or words or things being talked to you through headphones, and you have to type those out. And you have like 45 minutes, and you're judged on like speed and also punctuation, spelling, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's reading comprehension where you read the passages and then you have to answer the questions. And then there's charts and graphs. And it's all about like celebrating Braille and Braille literacy.
Graphs.
Yeah, which is not my forte. And I wanted to hear, because you know me, still the same OG. I'm a fast typer on that Braille writer. Dude, I went down there in the morning.
No slate and stylus, huh?
No slate and stylus. This is all Braille Perkins. And I went down there, dude. It put me to shame. I felt so belittled or like, humbled. Like it was literally, it sounded like a embosser. Like it was insane how these kids were going. And you could feel like the kids' stress and stuff. It was insane. And then we went to this documentary screening, this was really cool. So they did a documentary of the year prior. And it was this like Emmy Award documentary guy. And they decided to film the documentary from the point of view of the kids, like the blind kids at this event for the 3 days. And what they did was they like casted a few people and they picked 3 people to be like the main storytellers of it. And they strapped GoPros to them for the whole event. And the whole thing was filmed from their point of view. So there's no like perfect face shots. It's a lot of shaky footage. And like the only time you see the people filming is in the mirror. And when the film came on, there was a whole disclaimer in audio description. So audio description is usually something you like turn on to a film, but this is built in because it's meant to be watched with like, through like hearing too. And so they had it professionally audio described. And in the beginning, it gave the disclaimer, like, this is filmed by, blind kids, blah, blah. It's like shaky footage, whatever, like saying it's not.
Back and forth wobbling.
Yeah. And it could, like, it even said if you have motion sickness issues, like, you might not want to watch this.
Yeah.
But it was so cool because it did tell the stories from the 3 kids' perspectives. And it was like, dude, the conversations it captured, there was like a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, and like a 16-year-old. These 2 9-year-olds were talking, dude, and they were talking about like, so the one kid goes, so have you ever been able to see? And the other one goes, no, I was born blind. And then they go, well, I was able to see in the beginning, and then I went blind at 17 months. And the kid goes, oh, were you like ever able, do you remember what you were able to see? And they were like, no, and that's like the annoying part. And this is just like the most pure, like being spoken from a child, like point of view. And then the kid goes, and they start talking about it, and they're like, I would only want my vision if I could get like 100% of it, because I wouldn't just want like shadows and stuff. That I feel like that would just be annoying, and like talking about it. And then the one kid goes, it like broke my heart, dude. I started crying like silently. He goes, if I could see for one day, I don't think I would ever forget. And I would remember everything I saw that day forever. And it was just like so, it's real. It was, oh man, and it was just cool. And then they did like a Q&A and stuff, and so then I gave my speech. Speech went great. But I went all out like 3 days. So camp 4 days or 3 days, all out, like 7 to 9 p.m. every day, just giving my all, because I just love it. I love the kids, and then same thing for the Braille Challenge. Like I was screaming. We would take the shuttle to they were all on USC campus like the whole week, so we would take the shuttles to the different buildings, and I would like cheer the kids on when they were going in, like screaming and all this stuff. And it was just I was just fried by the end of it.
Oh,
I like couldn't move. Like I was just checked out, and I still feel that. I think that's why I have sores on my armpits.
Yes, definitely. Those are just your lats growing in, dude, from Goalball.
Dude, it's insane. Oh man, but made it home and had the pulled pork fiasco. It's been a good one. And I don't sores in my armpits.
It's the most inspiring Goalball I've ever seen. Is that what'd you say?
That's the most beautiful Goalball I've ever.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that's amazing, dude.
Oh,
What a great couple days of
it was just
spreading some one love, dude.
it's nice being around that like environment, and like giving the parents hope, like for their kids, seeing like me
Yeah,
with my
big, yeah.
family. I think it's a big deal. Like I've had a few parents
I
come up
was
to me.
always kind of more impacted by that than obviously the kids are stoked, but a lot of them are just cruising along, not really knowing.
Yeah,
Might hit them later, you know.
yeah.
But the
But
parents
it
are
was
stoked. Yeah.
they went all out, man. It was like red carpet event for like the night of the awards. Like I gave out an award. They gave me the award. They say here, and there's Braille. So I have a script I have to read, and the script, when I'm reading it out, it is so redundant, and I'm like stumbling over myself because I'm
Yeah.
saying like the same thing
Like,
three
wait,
times.
did I reread? Did I
And I'm
really
like,
read?
dude, I just read that, but it's in the script. And then they give me the envelope with the name of the award in it, like who it goes to. And I open it, the fucking thing's not in Braille, dude. And I was like,
Oh.
everything else is in Braille. But it was just a mistake. But like, so then I felt like so nervous, but then that kind of got the nerves out because I stumbled over that and was able to go into my speech like confidently. But I like, dude, I was so nervous over this speech. Like 5 to 8 minutes, it's like not. How do you know like what words to use? You know, like to really impact. And I I'm a last minute person. It's just a bad trait of me, but I do always get it done. The day of, I finally got a break and I took out the old Braille note, Jerry. I finally broke it out. I wrote down just my speech to get organized, like my thoughts. I just needed like an intro and a closer, you know?
Yeah.
And I finally worked that out and like just read it over a few times. I'm sitting at dinner, I'm not eating. I got the Braille note on my lap, just studying my thing, and then just go off the like cuff using that as like a reference. But
Yeah.
I got like five. I think I got 4 applause breaks in an 8-minute speech. It was pretty cool. It went really well.
Yeah, I always like to do just the headlines. If you get off track, you just go to your next line. Oh, that's it.
Exactly. I had a suit and tie. First time I wore a tie since I think
Wow,
high
dude.
school. And I wore my Dan Mancino Braille shoes.
Nice. Were
I
they
got a
giving you shit
lot of
because it was grade
compliments
one?
on it. No. No,
Okay.
no one said that actually.
Yeah, that's good. I always
That's
get
funny.
nervous as a true Braille. People like, oh, it's not
Dude,
capitalized, and that's grade one.
I started getting nervous because I'm finding out a week before I go out there that there's this whole new code of Braille. Like, so we grew up with regular like BRF. It's called Braille, I think.
UEB.
So UEB is the new Braille.
Okay, that's what I learned. Yeah,
You learned UEB.
in grad school. That's what I remember. Yeah, I always knew it was UEB. So I mean, yeah, you were back. What year was that?
Yeah, I stopped learning Braille in like 2002 or so. Like
Yeah, yeah,
2000.
yeah.
And so I'm learning this like a week before. Then I'm getting in my head. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fraud, dude. I can't go out there. Like, I don't even know the new
And that's
Braille.
just subtle changes.
No, it is. It's
I think
honestly,
like isn't like
they just took things away.
I think like they got rid of like the drop D and like weird things. Like
Yeah,
that.
they got rid of like by the and like for like things together and then like these like drop contractions. So it's like it's really just taking things out. It's no new symbols.
Yeah.
But it makes I feel it's like I'm stumbling when I'm reading Braille and expecting to see the contraction, you know? That I'm like, what?
Dang, I never knew you weren't UEB, dude. Crazy.
No, dude, I didn't know you were
I
UEB.
never met a. What are you?
I don't know if it's called BRF or
T
what.
or something. All right.
Keynote or something. I
That's
don't know.
hilarious.
Yeah, but oh man, it was
Because I started learning in, whew, 8, 9, 10, probably around 2012ish, give or take a year or two. Was when I like got
okay, yeah.
when I wrote. I can't remember what the name of the thing was. Where I got the free. God, what is that called? It's huge. Free Braille training. Like mail it to you.
Free Braille, what?
Like
Training?
you just learn over online.
Really?
Yeah, they like send
That's
you
how you learned?
originally, like just by myself learning.
That's insane.
There's like a free class I found out about. It was like before I did any blind training or anything. I don't even know how I found out about it. Probably
Did
through the
Braille
state.
what did Braille feel like when you first tried to learn it? Was it just so messed up? Like could you not decipher it at all?
Well, I had bought online just a little thing that was just the alphabet. It was like it's a plastic thing and it goes just the alphabet.
Right.
And it's kind of square, each letter squared off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like a little grid. So I had a basic idea. So then when I started taking the classes, it's like it was like, part 1, and I was expecting to read Braille, but it was literally just like tracking a page. So it was full cells,
I remember that.
and it would be
I
like,
do
how many
remember
lines
that.
are on this page?
Yes.
It's like basic things like that.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is really
So it
important
was no
'cause you start
letters
to
at
yeah,
first. Yeah.
like the sizing of it and stuff, like of a cell.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's wild to think about because I learned so young, like it was basically when learning to read. It
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't remember little details
That's
like
pretty,
that.
and it was like, there's a page number in the bottom right. That's your
I,
page number.
yes, yep, with the number sign of the
Uh-huh.
it was always the bottom right. And I remember when I first started learning Braille, I had this like it was like a smaller rectangular shaped book, and it had like a little binder and like a spine,
Mm-hmm.
and it was called like Work and Play or Go Play, and it was something weird. I remember it having like a blue jacket, and I just like will never forget that book. It's ingrained in
Yeah.
my brain.
Yeah, I did that. I learned grade 1 that way. So that's why I always default to grade 1, because I never went on. I started doing grade 2, and then I stopped because I was going into grad school.
Right.
So I'm like, well, I'm going to learn all
Did
this
you
in
when you
grad
were
school.
doing grad school, did you do it in Braille or audio?
All audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never really truly
How
read
would you
Braille.
study? Like just listen to
I'd take
lectures?
my own notes. I would use a tape recorder, record lectures, go back, listen to it again, take notes, and then just
Where
go
would you
back
take notes?
and a laptop, just a
Okay.
Mac.
Oh, and then use a screen reader.
Yep, and just have headphones and
Yeah.
just go through my notes. If I wanted to
There's
study,
so much extra work
just
just to have
repeat all
notes.
the highlights.
But that's getting it into your brain really
Oh
good
yeah, it
too.
works
Yeah,
really good for me,
that's
my
really good
style.
for studying. Yeah.
But then grad school, I think we learned what everything I learned, just probably months, was like I think the first like 2 days in the grad school Braille. Like the first
Really?
day was the alphabet.
Yeah.
You know, I think like when I did those classes, it might have done like
Oh, it only equated to 2 days of Braille.
yeah, in the
Oh
grad
my
school.
god, that's insane.
A1 was literally the whole alphabet.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a lot of info.
Yeah, I was like, damn, the people must be struggling. Which I had a little heads up, and then by day 5, 6, you're going into contractions, and I was with the rest of the people trying to learn all
Yeah.
this.
Nice. Oh man, well,
Nice,
that'll do it, Dowgie.
Sweet.
This was fun. Thanks for letting me blab.
Great, dude. That was
Yeah.
great. You did a lot of good work this last month, dude.
Yeah, real busy. Now I'm going to Vegas in like a week to go to NBA Summer League for 2 days.
Ooh, nice.
And then I'm going to Denver. I bit the bullet and pulled the trigger. I'm going to the training camp for 2 days, judo training camp.
Whoa, you're doing
Yeah,
that?
I know I'm gonna die in Denver, dude. Mile high.
Literally just to train for judo.
Yes, 2 days, but they paid for everything, so I was like, I gotta go.
You bring in your own food? Or are you gonna be eating the chicken tenders?
Oh my god,
It'd be Uber Eats it out there, dude.
I know.
Uber Eats it.
I'm gonna get some. I think I got In-N-Out out there. Yeah, yeah, but what was I gonna say?
Dang, when is that?
That's the 16th to the 18th, July. And then August 5th through the 16th, I believe we're still going to Europe.
Yeah, you doing the
Yeah, we're
thing,
doing the
not
Spain trip.
100%, but yeah, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, looks like it. I don't think
I
I
wish you were going to that contest. I would do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
I would 100% be there if I didn't. But he said next year.
Yeah, maybe next
So let's
year. I
go
gotta
next
focus on
year.
my parts anyways. It's probably better.
Yeah, you need to get in the streets.
I've been in the streets, bro. I've
I
had
know.
a beautiful month off of just doing. I don't think I skated. I haven't skated in a week. Probably.
I need
I
5
say
more
about
clips
that.
from you, dude.
Yeah, I was going strong on my TikTok, and I've been reposting old videos I just found on my drafts. One was like ice.
I
skating.
saw you posted the noodles video. I was
Might as well do
laughing
it.
so
Yeah.
hard.
So
I was
old.
cracking up.
Like
I love that.
2021, I think
It
it
brought
was.
back so many memories though, like of the old house and like everything, dude. Just like the whole start
So
of the
old.
pod. Like I remember film like you doing the blind challenge stuff.
Yeah.
The Shugu one, did you do that one?
Yeah, that's all I posted that. These were just in my drafts. Like
That's
maybe
good.
I already posted these and like had edited or something, but I was like, might as
No.
well post it. I posted
Yeah,
some
might as well.
old throwing a strike in bowling.
I saw that this blind guy or this guy.
This guy's blind with
Blind,
the
yeah.
voiceover thing.
I was laughing. It brought back memories. I remember watching those. Those are like your Vine videos, right?
Old, yeah. Some of those I filmed on.
I wish Vine.
No, I
was...
must have filmed them on TikTok because they were in my drafts, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, eyes and ears. Thanks for hanging with us. As always, like and subscribe. Tell everyone. Tell a friend. Share the pod. Help us grow it. And happy birthday to Dan.
Help us be seen.
Yes.
And heard. More importantly, heard.
Yes. I want to be received.
Yes.
As always, keep pushing, even if you can't see what's in front of you.
I don't remember.
And one love.
Oh, man.
Keep pushing and one love from Four Bad Eyes.